This is Nathan, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're taking a look at a scenario where civilization restarts the War of Asia. In the last video, we saw the pink team bring their coalition for, well, I don't know how to say. They went over the edge, and we now see the coalition of the Asian countries minus Morocco. We can see that Russia, the Lion team, Central Asian Union, the Yellow team, Siberia Green team, Turquoise team, and Korea have all oh my god, they've all come together to take down the pink team. And actually, I think I should make it official. Persia is definitely on the Triangle Alliance. They've been invaded, and I think they'll probably join this thing a little bit after, so we can say that as well as Persia's in this coalition, because they're the reason why this thing broke out. Now, after the Declaration War is sent by all these countries, the pink team the people of the pink team don't know what to think. This is the pink team's greatest extent, and it probably will be for the rest of it probably will be until this war's over. It depends. If the pink team wins this, they are going to be unstoppable. If the pink team loses, then they're going to lose. But basically, the pink team they're going to look for allies. Now, who's willing to help them? Well, some countries are. So we see them form a new coalition. I don't know what the name of this coalition is. They form the Circle Alliance. Who's going to join them on this coalition? Literally nobody. Nobody is willing to join them. The red team has a new leader. They would not want to join, especially what happened to the red team not too long ago. Nobody will be joining the pink team for now. So let's begin the War of Asia. Almost immediately, we continue to see the pink team's troops move into Persia as they take... Actually, hold on. We see them continuing to move into Persia as they now try to encircle the capital of it. This will go well until the Central Asian Union forces finally arrive. And speaking of that, we also have the Lion team beginning their invasion into the pink team. Now, the pink team... The leader of the pink team's not dumb. He knew this was going to happen. Oh my god, that's really... He knew for a fact that this would happen, but he didn't expect it to be to this extent. But anyway, we see the Lion team begin their invasion of the pink team. This is going to be a bloody one. This is going to be stalemated now. This is the pink team's mainland. The Lion team is going to really struggle here, but they're going to try their best. Somebody who is, unfortunately gonna kind of get their butt kicked. Russia's gonna get their butt kicked. The pink team had a plan to invade Russia before they joined the Triangle Alliance, and they still have. And they literally have kept the plan in place. This plan is to blitzkrieg to the capital of the Russians. Now this, this goes really well. We see the pink team gets very, very close to the capital until the Russians are able to actually mobilize and stop them. We also see another force come out here to try and capture some major cities here, which they capture one. I need to really make a major city map. But the main country in this war is Central Asian Union. They were the most prepared country for this war. And we are going to see that. The Central Asian Union is a top 10 power, I believe. Hold on, let me just... Central Asian Union is, I think, a top 10 power. But they will begin their invasion into the pink team with little to no resistance. Whatever resistance is here is getting destroyed because of how well and carefully planned out this invasion was made by the Central Asian Union. They may not be strong, but they're strong in smartness. Their leader is very smart. This thing I've never mentioned. This leader is very smart. He's the same leader from World War II, and he is very, very smart. This Central Asian Union is one of the most stable countries in the world, and it's one of the most I would even say one of the most economically strong countries in the world. They ain't a joke. Don't take them down for what land they've owned. Their military is still starting to face, and the pink team's leader, he knows how smart this leader is, but he will send troops to deal with this. Now, the pink team is in a really bad spot. They have 4 fronts to be dealing with, and it's about to turn into 5 as the yellow team, out of anybody, is about to send troops in. The yellow team's been through it this series. They're an OG country. They've been through it. They were over here originally. I don't even know if they're over. When they over here, yeah, they want more historical land. If the yellow team got all their historic land back, it'd be like something like a mini Mongol empire. Like, it'd be insane. Now, they're invading lands that still have the nuke lingering effect. So, and also they're not strong. The green team will wait until Korea is arrived before they start pushing in. But at this point, it's been a couple of months since this war started, and it's time some other countries start joining in. Specifically, we're going to see a couple more countries joining on the Triangle Alliance, such as the blue team. This ain't no shocker, the blue team is not in support of the pink team. But at this point, we are going to see the pink team be able to recruit some countries. Now, this is the War of Asia. Obviously, we have Morocco, which is really weird, and there's Russia, kind of. But this is the War of Asia. This is a regional war. Think of the Napoleonic War. That was a regional war. That was a regional war in Europe. It was not a world war. It was a war that was centered in Europe. This is similar to Napoleonic Wars. But, we're gonna come over to a country who, yeah, they're doing something. Yeah, I'm looking at you. China has not been very cooperative with, like, allies and neighbours, even then allies. China wants, the leader of China, he's a dictator. He wants dominance over everything. He wants to control, well, Asia, or at least this part of Asia. And he sees this as a perfect time. The pink team, number 2, a nuclear power, is in a war with Korea. If you take Korea down, and you have an ally of the pink team, and you also take down the line team, then you are going to be able to rule the world. So, China will go over to the pink team, and they'll have a meeting in the capital. And about a week later, China joins the war. The first country to join on the side of the pink team has just joined the war. And this is bad. Like, they are not a weak country. You know, I wouldn't even say that weak. They are not weak. So immediately a naval battle will erupt in the whatever this is called, and it's not a nice one. But Korea will win it. Will be able to hold off. They won't win it, but they'll be able to hold off. But unfortunately, I can't say the same for Taiwan. Because of the lack of Korean defenses in Taiwan, we see China being able to take it over. Yikes, okay, I shouldn't have really said that. China will completely siege Taiwan within only a week of joining, which is insane. Now, this yellow team is under pressure. Oh, shoot. This yellow team's under pressure, because if whatever side they join, they're to be a major help. They're going to try and stay neutral, but, yeah, I wouldn't exactly say they're going to be able to stay neutral, because this war's going to be ugly. Anyway, the pink team is now, well, they're now fine back. They're being able to push back Central Asian Union, barely. But they're also losing ground in Persia, which is bad. And they're losing ground in Russia, which is even worse. The pink team realizes that China's on the other side of the world, and it's on the other side of Asia. Sure, they're gonna strike Korea and the green team, but you still have to face the turquoise team, Central Asian Union, Russia, and the line team. And even the blue team now, and Persia. They've got a lot on their hands, and they need some more countries to join their side. Luckily, there is yet another country who is willing to join their side. Now, if you remember, back when Russia just walked into Estonia, yeah, Finland hasn't forgot that, and Finland decides that this is a perfect time to strike Russia. They're being invaded from both sides, and they know that the Pink Team will probably be able to stalemate this war and get out with taking down Russia. So Finland decides that, you know what, we're going to join this war on the side of the Circle Alliance. Yeah, another country has just joined the war on the Circle Alliance. Now, this war is still in favour of the Triangle Alliance, but this is bad. Russia is about to get jumped on two sides. And if Russia falls, then, you know, you've got to have, then you're going to have one less really powerful country on your side. Oops. And, the Lion Team knows this, so they're going to begin sending aid to Russia. And we even see somebody who really is not going to get involved in this war at all, but the Cyan Team will begin sending some volunteers and other stuff over to Russia to help fight the Pink Team. The world is really against the Pink Team. They've nuked 2 countries, and they've been expansionists their entire life span. That sounds weird, they're not their country. The world knows that if the Pink Team's taken down, then there's a chance that the world could be peaceful. No, it probably won't. But anyway, Finland will begin to send troops into Russia, and Russia is now panicking. The dictator of Russia is just all muddled up, and he's not operating his armies very well, and he's not giving them supplies or anything. He's literally just losing his mind. He doesn't know what to do. And the Lion Team's like, bro, you need to get your head in this thing, or you are gonna lose your country. And that kind of wakes up Russia, so they begin to defend, and they are able to defend against the Pink Team and everything else. However, the Lion Team sending some forces up to the Russian front is kind of leading to a little bit of a pushback down here, but I will say this: the Lion Team is number 3. They're fighting number 2. This entire area is very evenly balanced. Anyway, how's Central Asian Union doing? They're doing good. I mean, they had that bit of a pushback, but they're doing very good. Now, I do want to mention that the Pink Team does hold nukes, and they could use them, but the leader knows if he uses those nukes, it's likely the entire world would probably gang up on the Pink Team, including the countries he's allied with. So he's kind of put the nukes there for like a last resort, if things really get bad, but hopefully he won't use them. Anyway, coming back down here, China's just decided to make a move which is going to be kind of, I wouldn't say it's going to look bad on them in the peace treaty if they lose, but their blitzkrieg, they're going to use a new tactic. They're going to blitzkrieg the Yellow Team, and they completely just slaughter the Yellow Team. They're no longer even a thing. And this is where they begin sending troops into the Korean team. China's able to take over this area of Korea not long before somebody else joins the war, however. As, China, you messed up. Apparently, invading an innocent country who literally declared themselves neutral had some side effects. So, that's great. And Korea kind of expected this, so yeah, especially because China's not that strong. They're fighting number 1. They immediately get kicked out of these areas, and Korea will now begin to liberate the Yellow Team. At this point, Korea said to the Green Team to begin sending forces over into the Pink Team, so there are now troops arriving over here in the Yellow Team, which is going to help them a lot. But especially with the Siberian team now on their side, the liberation of this Yellow Team goes extremely well, and we actually see the people rise up. And now Korea has direct access into China, and this is so far the bloodiest part of this war. China ain't going out without a fight. They want their empire to be grand, and they want it badly. Korea's navy will actually be able to successfully win in the navy battle. So the Chinese navy is now probably just trying to protect this area. So with Korean ships now bombarding the capital area, China's in a lot of stress right now. We'll come back to them because the pink team is now actually doing pretty well. Remember this little fun over here? Yeah, oh. Well then, yeah, it looks like the yellow team really can't hold their own weight for like 5 seconds, and now, yeah, this is why you don't join a war against a superpower. The yellow team will lose their capital and will force the Central Asian Union to have to occupy them. I would actually say they have to occupy them. So we see the Central Asian Union, the green team, and even the purple team kind of offering to help occupy the yellow team and stop the pink team from getting in any further. This doesn't really do much because the pink team's army is mainly focused over here. What the pink team's trying to do is take down the yellow team, make a surprise attack in Central Asian Union, and take them out. It's not working, because, well, Central Asian Union was actually here, and now they're sending more reinforcements. Now, another thing I need to mention, the Central Asian Union's army has insane morale, which is why they're able to hire more and more people to join the army, and, this is going to be one of the biggest, like, pains in the back for the pink team, and it's just the utter strength and unity the Central Asian Union has with its people. They are a very united country. They are very trustworthy of the government, and the government has never let them down. The pink team, however, their people are now starting to get ideas, and those ideas ain't going to help the pink team if they decide they want to rebel. Anyway, the pink team's on it down for now. But continuing on, we see the pink team successfully take the capital of Persia. Not a huge victory in this war, especially now the blue team's up here. Central Asian Union will say to the blue team, hey bro, can you, kind of like defend Persia while we try and deal with the yellow team getting mauled to death? And the blue team's like, okay, and at this point, Morocco is arriving. Yeah, Morocco's full army is arriving at the front lines, and they are now here in the line team heading up to Russia. And, this is going to be felt, but the pink team is going to try their best to, well, they're going to do something, and it's going to be really costly. They're going to attempt to do a spearhead to capture the capital of Russia, which goes well at first, but will completely fail. On the other hand, Finland's having a field day. They are not having anything. They head into Estonia, and we actually see the people of Estonia literally rebel. And Russia is panicking. Like, Finland's not having any resistance, and it's because this is more of a worry. You don't really want this to be a worry unless they start doing this, which Finland isn't actually doing that. Something I actually didn't mention, Finland isn't doing that yet. But at this point, the puppet of Russia is starting to have some ideas, and, they remember what happened in the Polish-Russian War, and they don't want that anymore. They're kind of done with being a puppet government. So, we see the return of Poland. That's not their colour. I will get their colour, don't worry. Poland breaks away and officially declares it as a new state of Poland. The second state of Poland, to be exact. Russia can't do anything about this. They are fighting for their lives right now, and they need everything they've got. So, yeah, it's a bit of a worry, but Poland will still allow Cyan team volunteers to move through their country, as they understand that taking down the pink team is the most important thing right now. Anyway, back over here, the pink team is, that's the wrong colour. The pink team will continue to make some insane progress here, but at this point, the Central Asian Union's been able to hold them back. The pink team will now actually begin another invasion, this time into the green team, who was not expecting an invasion. Now this goal is to actually cut the green team off from sending troops into the yellow team, which is completely successful. And we see the purple team is kind of a bit mad about this. So the purple team will allow green team troops to come in and out of their country, which is a huge blow, because that's bad. The purple team, yeah, that's just bad. The turquoise team is now sending literally everything they've got to Central Asian Union, and this front over here is starting to kind of break down for the pink team. So is the Russian front, because they're struggling over here. At this point, the leader of the pink team is now, like, kind of panicking, especially because, Korea is having a field day in China. What do I mean by that? China just lost their capital, and Korea is now destroying China. Yeah, turns out when you're a dictatorship and you betray your people, it turns out bad. Oh, and what's this? What am I hearing? Oh, Vietnam just joined the war on their own side, and they just took back all their lost land. Maybe not all of it, but they just took back some of their lost land. At this point, the dictator of China has been captured by the Korean team and is taken to the capital of Korea. And at this point, Korea will go to the capital of China and will set up a new government, a democratic government, who will agree to surrender over to Korea. China is out of the war. This simply shows how powerful Korea really is. With China out the war, Korea is now sending their troops to the pink team. The pink team realizes that this is bad. So the leader decides something. Do we launch the nukes? And this is a move that can have dire consequences. These nukes are planned to shoot at the Lion Team's capital, the Blue Team's capital, Central Asian Union capital, and Korea's capital. Now, he decides that they will launch a test nuke. A nuke that isn't finished. So they launch it at the Russian capital, and it hits. And Russia is now... This was a nuke that wasn't even finished. Russia is now, well, they just had the nuke. They just had the capital nuked. And this literally destroys the pink team. So, the pink team will begin to collapse. Even with the nuke, it wasn't even that strong. Even with that nuke that hit Russia, the pink team's front over here will completely collapse as the army will literally begin to march away. Yeah, you heard me right. You know you've just done messed up when your entire army just backs out of a country. Now, Finland, they agree to let go some of this land, but they just say, can we just have Estonia back? And Russia's like, you know what? Yes, you can have Estonia back. And now we see a new front open up. The Russian invasion front, as Russia is now moving in to the pink team. At this point, other areas of the pink team's troops are now just straight up leaving. Oh yeah, Finland's fired a ceasefire. They literally just straight up leave the yellow team. They're still occupied, by the way. I don't really know how I can show that. Ooh, no. They leave the green team. The troops here leave for the green team, and now we see the downfall of the pink team. With the army stopping all they can, we see Persia getting reliberated, and we see troops begin to move. We see troops begin to march into the pink team and take in very valuable land. The Lion team is able to make a breakthrough, and as they will now march towards the capital, and they are the main leader of this invasion, they will begin to march towards the capital of the pink team, and at this point, the red team, you remember the red team that got annexed over here? Well, yep, they're back. The red team and other parts of another country will break away from the Pink Team. And at this point, the Pink Team's leader decides that there's only one thing left to do. He will fire the remaining 4 nukes he will fire the remaining 4 nukes in August of 1988. It's been 4 years since this war started, and he decides to fire the last 4 nukes. But when he does, they don't launch. Instead, they all fail. Instead of going up in the air and launching at the capitals of the Central Asian Union, Lion Team, Korea, and Turquoise Team, Blue Team I mean, they all explode in the capital of the Pink Team, killing the leader and the entire government of the Pink Team. Now this is something that they're going to have to find files on, but with the Pink Team's capital destroyed, there's not really anything to find, and I'll just say it now. Somebody rigged the nukes. Nobody knows who rigged nukes, but all that the theories are saying is that somebody had to rig the nukes of the Pink Team. Nobody knows who. That'll be figured out after War of Asia is concluded. With the Pink Team's government completely dead, we see the Pink Team straight up collapse. The Pink Team's empire has finally died. We'll now take a look at the peace treaty of the War of Asia, where we see the end of China and the end of the Pink Team Empire for once. I'll see you in the peace treaty.